From 2013 to 2017, the Philadelphia 76ers were a disaster. Missing the playoffs every year, they urged fans to trust the process. This bold strategy of tanking brought them high draft picks in 2014, 2015, 2016, and 2017. Amidst the chaos, one figure stood tall as the face of hope, Joel Embiid. Fast forward to 2018, and the process seemed to be working. With back-to-back #1 picks, Ben Simmons in 2016 and Markelle Fultz in 2017, the Sixers earned the 3rd seed in the East and made it to the 2nd round. But as we now sit in the 2024-25 season, the 76ers still haven't advanced past the 2nd round of the playoffs. Despite various issues over the years, one constant remains: Joel Embiid. While immensely talented, Embiid's mentality and reliance on load management have hindered not only his team, but also the NBA's competitiveness. Joel Embiid's story is compelling. Born in Cameroon, he didn't start playing basketball until age 15. Spotted by fellow Cameroonian NBA player Luc Mbah Amout, Embiid moved to the US, playing high school basketball before joining Kansas under coach Bill Self. Though he averaged modest stats in college, his talent was undeniable. However, an injury sidelined him for the NCAA tournament, a foreshadowing of his future struggles. Drafted 3rd overall in 2014, Embiid underwent foot surgery, causing him to miss 2 full seasons. Despite this, his potential shone through.
Sometimes that's why it doesn't get to me. Sometimes you don't know what you have until it's gone.
And actually, sometimes when you play less, you actually become more injury prone because your body's not accustomed to taking the wear and tear. There is a balance.
His combination of size, skill, and athleticism made him a unique player. At his best, he's a dominant force capable of scoring, rebounding, and blocking shots like few others in NBA history. Yet his career has been plagued by inconsistency, both in performance and his commitment to staying on the court. While Joel Embiid has delivered brilliant performances, questions about his mentality on and off the court persist. During his lone year at Kansas, coaches warned him about his sugar addiction. A famous story from the Wichita Herald describes Embiid hoarding bottles of pink lemonade and inhaling cookies and brownies after games. Coaches warned him that such habits would derail a professional career. Though he laughed off the advice in college, similar habits have followed him into the NBA. These dietary and conditioning struggles have been more than just a footnote. They've become a recurring theme in his career, impacting his ability to perform consistently at the highest level.
But what's going to be the biggest problem going forward, when we have guys making $80, $90, $100 million not playing back-to-back games?
A lot of shots, with the type of defense that we're playing, we just didn't make them, We made them at times and we didn't make them at times.
Reports have frequently pointed to Embiid's struggles with conditioning. He's often entered training camps overweight, which slows his start to the season.
Come back and find ways to just keep improving and, help the team. You can't win alone.
Though the NBA's demands require year-round physical preparation, Embiid's off-season dedication has been questioned. Fans and analysts have noted that players like LeBron James and Giannis Antetokounmpo thrive due to their relentless work ethic and conditioning. In contrast, Embiid's sometimes lax approach has limited his ability to reach his full potential. During games, signs of disengagement, whether failing to chase down fast breaks, not contesting shots, or standing idly on a fence, have frustrated fans and teammates. These moments, though rare for a player of his caliber, are magnified because they come at critical times, often costing his team valuable points or momentum. The NBA's growing trend of load management has intensified the Embiid discussion. While understandable for injury-prone players, it's also controversial. Fans save up to see their favorite stars play, only to find them sitting out for rest. This issue became so problematic that the NBA introduced rules requiring players to appear in a minimum number of games to qualify for season awards like MVP. For Embiid, these rules pose a unique challenge. While his immense talent makes him a perennial MVP candidate, his limited availability has often been a sticking point in award conversations. This situation not only affects his personal accolades, but also the reputation of the team and the league as a whole.
I came back early with the risk of losing my vision, had broken fingers. I still came back. I've done way too much, for this city. Like that dude, he's not here, Marcus, whatever his name is. I've done way too much for this fucking city to be treated like this. So
Joel Embiid has become a prominent figure in this debate. His restricted playing time, especially in back-to-back games, highlights the Sixers' cautious approach. While protecting Embiid's health is logical, frequent rest days disrupt team chemistry and raise questions about his commitment. Critics argue that such practices prioritize short-term preservation over long-term success and competitive integrity. Furthermore, this approach leaves fans dissatisfied, undermining their confidence in the league's product. For young fans attending games with hopes of seeing their favorite player, Embiid's frequent absences can feel like a betrayal of their loyalty. The Philadelphia 76ers have suffered the consequences of Embiid's absences and inconsistency. The organization has constructed rosters around him, acquiring players like Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, and Tyrese Maxey. Yet they've repeatedly fallen short in the playoffs. Since 2018, they've endured 7 consecutive seasons of postseason disappointment, never advancing beyond the second round. These failures aren't merely statistical anomalies, they're a reflection of deeper systemic issues within the team and Embiid's leadership. For a player who is often seen as the heart of the franchise, his inability to consistently deliver in the playoffs casts a long shadow over the team's ambitions. Team chemistry has also been a casualty of Embiid's approach. The lack of continuity, stemming from his frequent absences, has made it difficult to build trust and cohesion. Teams like the Boston Celtics, who cruised to a championship last year with a cohesive roster, underscore the importance of consistency. By contrast, the Sixers have often looked disjointed, especially in critical moments. This lack of cohesion has translated into a failure to capitalize on their immense talent, leaving fans and analysts questioning the team's long-term strategy.
I personally think that Philly is probably a year too late from trading him. Do you think in the next 2-3 years he's going to get us a championship? I think the process is what it was. He was one of those guys that is very dominant and it don't translate to winning itself.
The fan base, one of the most passionate in the NBA, has also felt the strain. Paying high prices to see Embiid play, only to watch him sit out, has eroded goodwill. The frustration grows when those absences lead to losses, further dimming the team's chances of playoff success. Embiid's unavailability is not just a personal issue, it's a franchise-wide problem.
But what's going to be the biggest problem going forward, when we have guys making 80, 90, $100 million not playing back-to-back games, when that new TV deal kicks in next year, and you got a guy making $85 million, and he says...
Joel Embiid's situation reflects a larger problem within the NBA. Load management and inconsistent effort aren't limited to one player or team, they're systemic. The league's emphasis on preserving players for the playoffs has come at the cost of regular season competitiveness. Fans deserve to see the best players giving their all every night, but current trends suggest otherwise. For the NBA to thrive, it must address these issues. Initiatives like the new minimum game requirement for awards are a step in the right direction, but more is needed. Teams, players, and the league must strike a balance between preserving health and delivering a compelling product. Addressing these challenges will require a collective effort from all stakeholders, including the league's front office, team management, and the players themselves. Despite these challenges, the 76ers have the tools for success. Joel Embiid remains a top 5 player when healthy and motivated. Tyrese Maxey's emergence as a young star and the addition of seasoned talent like Paul George provide a solid foundation. The rookie Jared McCain has also impressed, showing potential as a future cornerstone. These players represent hope for the franchise, but that hope hinges on Embiid's ability to lead by example. The question is whether Embiid can lead the way. He must embrace the mindset of a champion, one that demands consistent effort, improved conditioning, and a commitment to the team's success. Without this shift, the Sixers risk wasting their talent and enduring another cycle of disappointment. Joel Embiid's career serves as a cautionary tale for NBA franchises. Talent alone doesn't win championships. Mentality and effort matter just as much. The Sixers' continued reliance on Embiid, despite his flaws, reflects a broader issue in professional sports: the tendency to gamble on potential rather than demand accountability. For the Sixers and the NBA, the path forward requires tough decisions. Can Embiid rise to the challenge, or will the process need to start over? Only time will tell. What do you think about Joel Embiid and the 76ers? Can they overcome these challenges, or is it time for a fresh start? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analysis on the NBA and beyond.